joins the red host. Cursed Sotek spawn.
4 years, yes, yes. Biofoot 45 cheered. X100. Let's go. I got questions. Did the Tomb Kings do Law of Undeath? Thought they hated that? Why is Nagash getting TK constructs?
Another wretched foul lizard thing joins the red host. Cursed Sotek spawn.
I'm quite impatiently waiting for this DLC.
Hello! Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the day! It's here! It's here! The Lord of the End Times! All the news is here!
For something 8 times related.
So, let's not waste time! Let's get into all of the exciting bits and goodies and thingies that are going to be happening today. Hello! Or am I? Don't worry about that.
45 cheered. X1.
Alright!
Also, when are we starting a Project Zomboid stream?
Never. At least not anytime soon. Hello, everyone! So, without further ado, we are not gonna, oh, you want to see the thumbnail I was working on? Look at that. Look at that. We are not gonna waste any time, because I want to watch this fucking trailer. So we're gonna jump right into watching the trailer. After the trailer, we will then kind of take our time going through the Steam pages and the news article and all that other shit, because y'all know how I like to do things around here. while we do get early access to things like trailers and stuff, I like to wait until I have the opportunity to watch it with all of you guys, because it's just it's I don't know, it's just fun. It's just fun. Is it like the best thing for a content creator's brain? Probably not, but who gives a shit? So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this. I know that this trailer is about Thanquol, and that this is, to my understanding, the last trailer for Lords of the End Times, if I understand correctly. So we're gonna tell Throt to shut the fuck up, because it's not about him today. It's about the greatest Greyseer of all time. So without further ado, oh wow, that is like super buggy. Well, that's all right. Here we go. Oh, look at him!
Possible that you do not know me. I, masterminder of schemes within schemes.
Is that Gotrek and Felix? Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's so good. That's such a good reference, dude. That's that's such a good reference to oh my god. So that's a reference to Elf Slayer. So for those that don't know, there's a scene in the Gotrek and Felix series where Thanquol finally catches Gotrek and Felix, and when he does, he gets like this whole speech about that he's finally caught them, and they're like, "Who are you?" Like, "I'm sorry, who?" And he has the biggest fucking crash out on the face of the earth. So, that is such a good reference. That is such a good reference. I actually really like this. This actually does a really good job of taking the Elf Slayer story and sort of tying it into the end times. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, that was really funny. Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's go. Oh, Morslip is fucking huge.
How can it be possible that you do not know me?
The voice actor is really solid. I actually really like the voice actor for Thanquol. Getting juiced up on Warpstone.
Masterminder of schemes within schemes. The most powerful of Greyseers. Witness now my plan traps turn into place.
Alright, what have you been up to? Oh, look at the Nagash's architecture.
Yes.
The Magathkin!
Wait, the right time to...
Look at that! That's so fun! Okay, so, once again, this is a break... Okay, hold on. Let's watch the trailer and then we'll do a breakdown. Let's watch the trailer and then we'll do the breakdown. Watch, then break. Watch, then break. Sorry, I'm just excited.
I allied with rot things, yes.
I love you see the Skaven abandoning the Nurgle army. Like, just as the fight's about to start, they're like, alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, look at the maggots! Jesus Christ, the gash, alright.
Stole what we needed for the end game. When rot things drained and boomed.
Oh, there's Malachi McKyson!
I tricked you, weak man things.
Oh,
out of your nest.
Middenheim looks so good!
Here comes a beastman, sir.
You think?
Prepare to charge. We shall give them a taste of...
Oh, shit! Oh, Screech!
Mine. You start engine now. Blast smash moon. Quick. You
The Morse guitar engine.
now. Not this time.
Great Grugny's bed!
Rain down.
Jesus, that thing is huge! he looks so fucking cool in that shot.
Now none shall forget. Grace, Seer, THANQUOL.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh. God damn, dude. That's a really good trailer. I do like this. That's a really good trailer. So, okay, hold on. Okay. A couple things I have to say right immediately of that. I really like the story behind this trailer. I really like the story behind this trailer. Let's go through the article. So we have an article here. Let's go ahead and go through the article together, and then after the article, we will go back to the trailer and we'll break it all down as far as like all the little fun lore aspects of it. So let's get through this. So we have Total Warriors. Lords of the End Times will be released on September 24th. That's a little later than I would have liked. Dang, I think I had my money on like September 17th. So September 24th is the official release date for Lords of the End Times. That's definitely saying summer. I feel like that's definitely a bit of a stretch, but you know what? I would rather them release it when they're confident that it's going to be done. So, but we have a release date. So we do have a release date. Officially, apparently, summer now ends on September 25th, according to Creative Assembly. But I would much rather they release it on a day they feel confident, as opposed to releasing it on a day that they don't. So that's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. So we have September 24th is the official release date for Lords of the End Times. So we've got a little less than 6 weeks, until release. Yeah, we got like 5-ish weeks. Then, let's see. A collection of cataclysmic curiosities. This pack represents the biggest DLC we've ever released in the 10-year history of the game. 4 new legendary lords, with legions of deadly new units and lore-inspired features, along game-changing free updates. As always, you could purchase all 4 legendary lords as a bundle of 15% discount. Do keep in mind, don't pre-order yet. I know they've worked out that they can actually pre-order now, even with the bundle, which is new. Normally Steam doesn't allow that, but apparently they worked something out with Valve. I will have my codes and shit up very soon, so like, give me a minute. give me like 1 day. Give me 1 day to get my code up. If you want to like support the channel. Plus, knowing Fanatical, their deals will be better than the Steam deal, so you'll save more money. But like, give me like 1 day. But let's see. So we got Nagash, who we know a good bit about. So Nagash's vision is to amass legions. Oh, dude, look at the fucking. Oh, look at that art, man. Oh, the Morghast. So you got the Morghast Harbinger here, the Morghast Archive back here, Neferata, Manfred, and Archon on their Dread Abyssals. Oh, they look so good. If you want to pre-order, you don't have to pre-order. If you want to pre-order, you can. If you don't want to, that's totally cool. No judgment here. You could do whatever makes you happy. It's your money. Let's see. The campaign feature, Lanes of the Undead. Nagash's vision is to amass legions of undead warriors, erect vast necropolises to his own glory, and transform the world into a vast land of the dead. In doing so, he gathers dark energy, empowering his arcane Black Pyramid to unleash the true potential of his forces. To aid him, he must gather the 9 Mortarchs, his lieutenants at the trials to come, and reclaim the lost books of Nagash to become the mightiest spellcaster the world has ever seen. Only when the world lies in ruin before him will his final aim be realized: ascension to godhood. Battle play style. Nagash is a supremely powerful spellcaster who wields the lore of undeath in battle. though he can access many more spells from other lores as the Books of Nagash are returned to him. He can raise units from the complete range of undead rosters, including Tomb King's Vampire Counts and Vampire Coast, making his army uniquely flexible. In addition, he may recruit the following new... Oh, so they're just giving us the roster. Okay, so we're just getting all of the unit rosters now. So we've got Nagash, Legendary Lord, 2 Legendary Heroes with Dieter Helshin and Walla Karkin, a new generic Lord, the High Lich Priest. Hooray! Tomb King fans rejoice. They finally have more than one Lord option. Bless. With the lores of Nehakara, Light, Death, or Undeath. Okay. We have the Tomb Herald as the new generic hero. Drakenhof Templars as a new unit. So for those that don't know, the Drakenhof Templars are basically, they're the Elite von Karstein unit. So they're the big badass, personal night guard of Vlad and Manfred von Karstein, and also technically Conrad. So they're like elite vampire cavalry, but they're the von Karstein aspect, which is actually really, really nice. I in a perfect world, we would get like 1 elite unit per bloodline. So I am happy to see those. Spirit Hosts, so excited for Spirit Hosts. Morghast Harbingers, Morghast Arpai, the Kimric Titan, and the Coven Throne! There we go. So Coven Throne, bunch of sexy vampire ladies on a flying fortress type thing, kind of similar to the kind of similar to the Mortis engine, but it's got a bunch of sexy vampire ladies on it. Then we've got 3 regiments for now. We got the Icon of Usirian, which is a Kimric Titan. We've got the Sulpacrix, which are, I believe those are the personal Ushapti of Nagash himself, if memory serves. Or like they're the Ushapti of Nagash's are. And then we have the Silent Legion, which is a Morghast Arkai ROR. Drakenhof Templars will be mounted. They, if they're the Drakenhof Templars, they'll be mounted because they're going to be like the true version. THANQUOL, Greyseer Thanquol. We got Screech Vermin King. Oh, we got some Storm Fiends back there. Oh, this art is so cool. I'm so happy. Dude, I wonder how that Thanquol guy over, don't say this. No, I am very excited for the Kimric Titan, but we knew about the Kimric Titan like ages ago. Like we saw it ages ago. I am very excited to see it though. Mastermind plans of diabolical proportions as Greyseer Thanquol leading Clan Scrutin. Yay! He's Clan Scrutin. That makes sense. So we have the Greyseers. The Greyseers puppet clan is now officially playable, which is really cool. The Gaiaful Thanquol rides to battle atop his faithful Rat Ogre bodyguard, Bone Ripper. Campaign feature Master Plans. Thanquol brings chaos and destruction to his enemies by enacting master plans, raising secret armies to strike from the shadows, conducting dark rituals, and plotting daring heists. He sows mayhem in the world. Things don't always go according to plan, though. Unforeseen complications may arrive and setbacks can emerge. If Thanquol can deal with these, he'll see his grand and destructive plans realized. Very funny. I actually really, really, really like the... I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Battle playstyle. As a sorceress, Greyseer Thanquol can cast spells from the lores of Plague and Ruin. As befits his lofty status, he can also gain access to the infamous Dreaded 13th spell. Once unlocked his ability, he is able to ride his twisted Rat Ogre mount and bodyguard Bone Ripper into battle, granting him a much higher degree of survivability than other spellcasters, while Bone Ripper himself deals out significant melee damage. Thanquol can recruit units from across the entire Skaven roster, plus the following new units, including the much feared Screech Vermin King. So we get Thanquol the Greyseer, Bone Ripper, as a legendary that's funny, legendary mount. Screech Vermin King. We have all 4 Vermin Lords as lords. Okay, so they're characters. With the Vermin Lord Corruptor, the Vermin Lord Warseer, the Vermin Lord Warbringer, and the Vermin Lord Deceiver. Excellent. We then have... Oh, we're getting all 6 Storm Fiends. God damn, that is so many Storm Fiends. So you get a Grinder Fist variant, a Doomflayer Gauntlet variant, a Shock Gauntlet variant, a Rattling Cannon variant, a Wind Launcher variant, and a Warp Fire Projector variant. So we have all of them. Oh, Total War's in chat. Total War. Guys, listen, I love you. Mwah, I love you. THANQUOL. Is THANQUOL going to have Skitterleap? I know it says that he has Plague and Ruin, but he's got to have Skitterleap, right? He's got to have Skitterleap. You got to, like, even if it's a bound spell, he's got to have, it's THANQUOL. He's got to have Skitterleap. It's like his signature spell. It's good to see y'all. Thank you. Oh, we're getting pus bags. What the fuck? The Warp Doom Magma Cannon? That's a deep cut. That is a very deep cut. The Warp Doom Magma Cannon from the fucking Blood in the Badlands? Okay. Oh, the Cauldron of 1,000 Boxes! Oh, the Cauldron! The Cauldron of 1,000 Boxes! I really hope Lord Scroll can write it. There is one of the biggest things I have always desperately wanted is for Lord Skroak to be able to ride the Cauldron of 1,000 Boxes. Like, oh, it would be, oh, please. Puss Bags is a really interesting pick. We're gonna go back through the trailer once we're through all these to see if we can spot any and all of these. But dude, the Cauldron of 1,000 Boxes is one of my favorite Skaven units of all time. I am a Clan Pestilence stan. They are my favorite clan. This is huge for Clan Pestilence. Literally, I think the only thing we're missing now for the Skaven, man, we're missing like very few things for the Skaven now. Like the only things we don't have in the game now are like Plague Pontifex Lords, Master Molder Lords, giant pox rats as a mount, and war litters as a mount. And there's a couple of little fun side things they could do as well. Oh, Squeal Gnawtooth. Yeah, Squeal Gnawtooth as a legendary hero. If they really wanted to go all the way down, they could do Rat Riders. Rat Riders would be cool. What are Puss Bags? So Puss Bags in the original, they come from the Lustria campaign book for 6th edition. And Puss Bags originally you could kind of think of them as like bloated corpses. So they were these like really swollen up giant rats. So they were giant rats that were so swollen with pus and disease and stuff that they would get thrown at the enemy. And when they died, they would explode, and they would explode over enemies in close combat with them and deal damage. I don't know exactly how they're going to interpret them. But there's stuff that they could do. They're basically like suicide rats that blow up. We've also got Regiment Renowned, the Scatterfire team. So we got Stormfiends with rattling cannons. Oh, the Death Vermin! That's fun. So we've got a Storm Vermin Sword board for the Death Vermin. The Death Vermin, for those that don't know, they are the elite. They're the elite Storm Vermin of Clan Rictus. They're the elite Clan Rictus Storm Vermin. I really hope that means that I would love if the Clan Rictus character starts with them at like, or he can recruit them at like rank 1. Kind of like how Archaon can recruit the Swords of Chaos. Or like, well, actually almost all the Warriors of Chaos characters can recruit like their gimmick unit. It'd be nice if the Clan Rictus faction could recruit the Death Vermin on like turn 1. And then the Virulent Batteries, Plagueclaw Catapult, ROR. Very cool. Alright, then we got Toddy! God, this art is so fucking sexy, dude. Man, these beastmen are ripped. Jesus. Someone send just this half of the image over to StemPack. But Toddy! It's fucking Toddy! Craventail, yes. Tretch Craventail. Yeah, Tretch Craventail. So, Command Boris Todbringer, Electric Midland. Beloved by the wolf god Ulrich, Boris seeks to defend the Empire from destruction, slay his nemesis, the Beast Lord Kazrak the One-Eye. Campaign feature, the Great Temple of Ulrich. By defeating the enemies of the Empire, Boris raises the fervor of his faction. This enables him to develop the Great Temple of Ulrich, enhance its 6 sacred sacred sanctuaries and perform great winter rites to energize his armies. Sanctuaries provide numerous permanent bonuses to Boris Todbringer's faction. As they are upgraded, the flame of Ulrich grows ever brighter, earning him the right to recruit powerful elector state troopers to bolster his armed forces. Okay, so this sounds like this. Okay, so this basically sounds very similar to characters like Eltharion the Grim, where you're gonna have like a base of operations for which you're able to upgrade this place, and you get like more and more features and buffs and all that stuff. That's great. That sounds perfect for the Flame of Ulrich, honestly. The fact that the Flame of Ulrich is the feature focus, I think is really good. Battle playstyle. Wielding his signature weapon, Legbiter, in battle, Boris Todbringer is a fearsome melee combatant. He's also a legendary veteran general, granted numerous command-related bonuses to his soldiery, and he gets a bunch of new units. So what do we have here? Boris Todbringer, legendary lord. R. Ulrich Emil Valgir, legendary hero, who did see... Oh, the Seneschal of the White Wolf. Okay. So they're literally just straight up adapting the Storm of Chaos. The Storm of Chaos roster for Midland. So the Seneschal, that's an interesting pick. So the Seneschal is kind of like a Grand Master, but it's very specifically the Grand Master of the Knights of the White Wolf. So that's interesting. I'm curious how niche it's going to be, because in tabletop, the Seneschal of the White Wolf, like he is an absolute beat stick, but he is fairly limited in some ways, because he can only ride a horse. So like he can't ride a griffin or a demigriff or anything. He literally just rides on a horse. That might not be the worst thing necessarily. It would make putting the Grandmaster in, I almost feel like, a bit redundant, but a part of me wonders if I have to think about that. I have to what they could do with the Grandmaster that I wouldn't hate personally is if they're gonna give us the Seneschal of the White Wolf as a generic lord, maybe they could give us the Grandmaster as a generic hero. Because if we got the Grandmaster as a generic hero, that would let the captain be more of like a command specialist. So like someone that offers a lot of various command buffs. It is more about buffing your troops. And then if you had the Grandmaster as a generic hero, they could maybe put it where the Grandmaster is able to ride a demigriff, and he's like just a beat stick hero. Like he's just I'm gonna go in there, chew bubblegum, and kick the shit out of people. Which, I mean, that could work, because if the Empire gets another expansion, which it feels like they will at some point, I would much rather have Wizard Lords as the generic lord, and then like Grand Masters as the generic hero. Because if the Grand Master had a demigriff on a hero, that would make him like, oh my god, he would have so much armor piercing damage. That could work really, really well. Hero, Priest of Ulrich, of course. Okay, we are getting the Wolfkin. Very nice. So, Wolfkin are kind of like Berserker low-tier infantry, like low to mid-tier. We also have Hunting Hounds, which are fantastic. Yeah, I need my Truffle Hounds for Bretonia. If we get Hunting Hounds for the Empire, we need our Truffle Hounds for Bretonia. Warriors of Ulrich, the Tutitan Guard, Knights of the White Wolf, Knights Panther, and Celestial Hurricanum. Dude, Empire's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units for the Empire. God damn. All the people out there that are like, oh, a new DLC for my Karl Franz campaign simulator are like, oh boy. Look at all those new units for my Karl Franz campaign. Regiment of Renown, we got the Order of the Axe for the Tutitan Guard. We got the Fellwolf Brotherhood for Knights of the White Wolf, and the Hounds of Ulrichsburg for the Hunting Hounds. And then the Glotkin Gutrot Spume! My favorite Nurgle character. I fucking love Gutrot Spume. Well, is he my favorite? He's close to my favorite. Alright, so Destruction and Decay as the Glotkin. Mighty champions of chaos and marked by Nurgle, they command warriors and demons alike, spreading gifts of the plague god to the Empire and beyond. Campaign feature, Gifts of Nurgle. The Glockheads spend corruption harvest souls to gain harvest souls. Okay, so they're pretty sure they're Warriors of Chaos, just with like a Nurgle spin. Yeah, I think they've already told us that. Glockheads spread corruption harvest souls to gain Gifts of Nurgle, a range of faction character and settlement enhancements known as Rituals Decay and Grandfather's Blessings. The Noisome Triplets also generate significant amounts of Nurgle corruption in the lands through which they travel, conquering settlements and transforming them into Gardens of Corruption. The Gardens of Nurgle. The Glotkin blur the boundary between the mortal world and Nurgle's realm by creating Gardens of Corruption. Fruitful settlements which ultimately grant the Glotkin access to higher proportion of demonic units than... Oh, yeah, they're Warriors of Chaos. Okay, yeah. Gardens of Corruption also generate plagues, which the Glotkin can spread across the world. Cool. Battle playstyle. Scythe-wielding Otto and Sorceress Ithrek ride to battle atop the shoulders of their brother Gurk, a vast and corpulent spawn of Nurgle. They combine their magical and physical and magical might in battle, acting as a single monstrously powerful combatant. Commanding units from Warriors of Chaos and Nurgle Demon rosters, the Glotkin can assemble punishing and highly resilient armies. Cool. Army roster. We got the Glotkin, Gutrot Spew, Morbid X Twiceboard, Blob Rotspawn, and Orgot's Demon Spew. 4 fucking legendary heroes. We got 3 variants of the Putrid Blight Kings, with axe and shield, great weapon, dual axes. The giant spine chaos beast, Flayerkin! Fucking Flayerkin! Flayerkin are so cool. So we have all of the units now from the Warriors of Chaos part of the Storm of Chaos. From the OG Storm of Chaos campaign, literally the only thing not in the game at this point that I can think of are the demon units that Bellacor's Shadow Legion had. Bellacor's Shadow Legion has a couple of demonic units that are not in the game. But other than that, I think we literally have everything else. We also have the giant Chaos Siege Giant, the Basilisk, which is one of my favorite monsters of all time. And then for Rangermans of Renown, we have the Sons of the Last Plague, which I could tell y'all is, I'm 99% sure. Those are Putrid Blight King, the Bane of, no, the Repugnance of Brass Keep are Putrid Blight Kings. Sons of the Last Plague, I think they're Chosen of Nurgle. I think? I'll have to double check that. The Bane of Wintengast I remember from the End Times. Or, is he in the End Times? Or is he in the... It's a giant spine chaos beast. I don't remember what its source material is, but I have the picture in my head, but I can't remember if it's the Monstrous Arcanum or the End Times. I want to say it's the Monstrous Arcanum, but it's a giant spine chaos beast. And then free legendary lord and game update. So Lords of the End Times also heralds the arrival of one of the biggest ever free updates for the series to date. Creating this content is none other than the free LC legendary lord Neferata, alongside a full rework of the Vampire Counts and a full rework for Archaon the Everchosen. All new in-game scenarios, updated victory conditions for every single legendary lord in the game, and more. So with that, let's head over to the Steam page for Lord of the End Times. And let's see what the Steam pages have to tell us. Oh my god. I feel like every time I open Steam store pages, they've changed stuff and it scares me. Lords of the End Times. All right. Wow. Pretty not too bad. $9 each, and you get a discount for all of them together. Not terrible. That's not terrible. Okay, so we have Nagash. So does this tell us anything new? No. But do we have new pictures? Yes. Dieter Hauschnett! I love Dieter Hauschnett. Dieter Hauschnett is such a cool character! Oh, he's such a cool character. I love Dieter Hauschnett. Let's make that bigger. Oh, he looks exactly like his Warhammer Fantasy roleplay art. Oh, he looks so good. All right, and then we've got the Spirit Hosts. Spirit Hosts look great. Spirit Hosts look great. We've got the Morghast Archai with the big halberd weapons. So probably your anti-large variant. The Kemric Titan. Okay, so here we can see the Seneschal of the White Wolf. You can recognize him from the wolf pelt. That man's about to have a really bad... God, the Kemric Titan looks so good. It looks so good. And then, of course, Nagash himself. God, I love that man. That arrogant piece of shit. All right. From there, we can go to Glotkin. So for Glotkin, we've got... Woo! Orgut's Demon Spew. It looks so good on his Pox Magath. What, I can't remember. Is this one Whippermaw? I love his dual axes. God, what a fucking... Dude, Nurgle has so many fucking legendary heroes. He's got, now in game, dude, if you play Tarmacon especially, you get fucking Kask, all 3 Pox Magath Riders, and Gutrot Spume. Like, dude, Archaon? How many legendary heroes is Archaon up to now? I think Archaon is gonna be up to like... Oh, fuck, dude. Maybe he might be a 20 stack now. But we've got the Chaos Siege Giant. Marvelous. Marvelous. Oh, dude. The Putrid Blight Kings make me so happy. So happy. We have Fat Boys for Nurgle. It took a long time. It took a long time, but at long last, we have Nurgle Fat Boys. Also, why does this screenshot have a really stretched image back here? So yeah, guys, what is this? what? Come on, guys. This is why they need the extra month. they need the extra month for the stretched assets. That's very funny. God, they're so disgusting. They're so disgusting. The Basilisk. I love the Basilisk. I love how big it is. It is one of my favorite monsters. I really, really hope we can get it in Beastmen and Norska. Such a fucking cool monster, dude. It's such a fucking cool monster. And then here we've got... Oh, the Giant Spine Chaos Beast looks so good. It's such a sad pupper, man. It's such a sad pupper. Oh man, Glotkin looks fantastic. I love that Auto Glot holds his intestines like it's like a speaker, or like it's like a it's like a foam sprayer, like he's spraying foam onto like a rave crowd, but he's spraying you with like intestinal fluid. See if we scroll down here. Okay, yeah. Sons of the Last Plague are chosen of Nurgle with great weapons. Bane of Wittengast is Giant Spine Chaos Beast, and the Repugnance of Breastkeep are Putrid Blight Kings with dual axes. Are Beastmen getting the Giant Spine Chaos Beast? I really, really hope so. I really, really hope so. I don't think we've had any confirmations yet about cross roster stuff. I know there is cross roster stuff. Like I know for a fact the Giants or I know for a fact that the Chaos Giant, the Chaos Siege Giant is going to be in the Chaos Dwarf roster. Like he's 100% in the Chaos Dwarf roster. I am not 100% sure yet exactly how far it goes for the cross stuff. We'll have to see. And then with the Empire, we've got Amir Valgir, the meanest fucking old man in the Empire. Look at that fucking beard. And his arm. Oh, dude, Valgir looks so good. anyone wielding an axe that fucking huge with one hand, despite being, I think, if I remember right, I think by the time of the end times, Valgeir is in his late 70s or early 80s. Like, he is old. And like, Jesus Christ, like, is still wielding that fucking axe one-handed. Like, oh! And dude, the new Middenheim map. This Middenheim map looks so fucking good. Like, you can see that this is just like a screenshot from a battle. I don't know how far we're able to go into it, but like, even if that's mostly a backdrop, Middenheim looks fucking fantastic. And then here we got the Guard with their big old fuck you hammers. They look fantastic. Some Knights Panther over there, looks like maybe. The Celestial Hurricanum! Hooray! Celestial Hurricanum looks great. It looks great. Looks great, looks great, looks great. So nice to finally have that. Man, Middenheim looks fucking gorgeous, dude. Like, that's so pretty looking. Yep, Knights Panther. Looking good, looking fantastic. And more Guard. Can never have too much Guard, can you? And then here we've got fucking Tony next to Knights of the White Wolf. You got Gotrek and Felix behind him. So, okay, I'm very curious if Felix on horseback. I'm curious if Felix on horseback is just for this trailer or if that's something they're actually going to do in game. Because there have been times where CA will like advertise a character doing something and then they end up not actually doing it. So I don't know if Felix is actually going to be able to ride a horse, but it would be cool if he could. Okay, and then is there anything new down here? No, I think this is all the same info. All right, and then that takes us to THANQUOL. Oh, the Warp Magma Doom Cannon. That thing is fucking huge. It's so big. Oh my god, it looks so big. Oh no. That is a huge... So it's basically Queen Bess. So the Skaven got their own Queen Bess, except for it's going to shoot magma-inducing lightning bolts. So for those that don't know, the warp lightning magma doom cannon is from the Blood in the Badlands set, and which was a campaign supplement that basically gave you rules for fighting campaigns across the Badlands, but it also included siege rules. And the warp magma doom cannon was basically like a super fucking expensive siege weapon that you could take with the Skaven. So it was explicitly a siege weapon. And it would basically just delete walls. Because what it does is it like shoots this horrible warp lightning that when it impacts like the ground or the earth or walls, it basically just turns it into warp magma. So it's like this green burning magma that just melts through everything. This thing looks fucking obscene in like the best way. Oh, look at the rattling cannons! I love that the chest cannons is always the dumbest fucking part of this model. It's so funny to me and I love it. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You can see the little brain babies. You can see the brain babies on the back where the weak point when you're playing Vermintide. Screech Vermin King. He looks so good. He looks so good. I like he's got half of his face rotten off. One of his eyes is missing. He's got like a little bit of plague stuff. Oh, he looks so cool. I love Screech Vermin King. He looks so cool. We've also got the so these are the Doomflare gauntlets. Where they just spin these gauntlets really fast and just beat the shit out of you. But they also have these little whirling blades on their backs, which are so funny because these are supposed to technically be doing damage. So these little helicopter blades on their backs spin really, really fast. But like, who are they? Who are they hitting with these? And then you got THANQUOL and Bone Ripper. To my understanding, there are 2 different Bone Rippers that you can play with. So you're able to do the Warpfire Brazier version, and there's a melee version. So when you're playing as THANQUOL, you get to choose which Bone Ripper you wanna ride. All right. So that's the Steam pages and everything. Let's pull the trailer back up, and let's actually go through this thing to see if we can spot other stuff. And then we kind of like pick this apart. So right now, let's pick it apart for like any like unit type stuff we can see. They did a really, really good job on this. I'll talk more about the story implications of it in a little bit. Yeah. So we get to where he starts like bragging. So here we get to finally see, so this is the architecture for the Undead Legions. So this is the Undead Legions, obviously you get Nagash architecture, and this is what it looks like. It looks very, very, very nice in my opinion. Very spooky. It's got Nagash's imagery on it, a lot of teal and black. It looks like it's basically been heavily modeled after the architecture of the Black Pyramid of Nagash. Like, goddamn, it looks fantastic. Are we getting the Glotkin? Yes. Where have you been? Yeah. But you can see this is essentially Nagash's R. And it looks super duper good. So here we can see a mixed army coming in, from Nagash, with lots of little plague boys. So here we've got one of the Poxmagath riders. Oh, there's the Flayerkin. So you can see the Flayerkin down here. I do hope Norska gets access to the Flayerkin. I would also really, really like for the Flayerkin to be a unit that uniquely the Skaven can recruit from Hell Pit. Because for those that don't know, the Flayerkin were actually made by Throt the Unclean. Throt the Unclean was basically Archaon made a pseudo-pact with him, where Archaon gave him like thousands and thousands of Norskins. And this was also similar to the incident that led to Gorich being created. And Throt basically augmented all of these marauders he was given by scrambling their brains, chopping off all of their limbs, and replacing their limbs with like hooks, cleavers, blades, and all this other stuff to make them better at climbing walls, because they were specifically designed so they could climb the walls of Middenheim. But they look really, really good. The Flayerkin look absolutely fantastic. I do hope they're a regular part of the Norska roster, and I would love for them to be a unique unit you could recruit from like the Landmark and Hell Pit. That would be really cool. I don't think I see anything new for the Skaven. Oh, cool. Okay, here we got Morbidix Twiceborn. So Morbidix Twiceborn is the Poxmagath rider who got turned. He basically got forcibly mutated into being like part human, part Nurgling. He's basically a big Nurgling. Though he's still mortal, notably. He's not a demon. But he's like as close as you could get to being a Nurgling without being a demon. And he's got his big old scythe, and he's riding his Poxmagath Triple Tongue. Triple Tongue is this big bitch here. Then we've got Nagash. What spell is this? This is fucking ridiculous. I don't think this is just like trailer stuff. Like, he's summoning a tornado that is, you can see it's literally picking up units. So like, it's picking up models from the battlefield to like throw them around. That is a crazy ability. I don't know if that's a spell from the lore of Undeath, or if it is a army ability, but that is like fucking gnarly. If that actually picks people up and throws them around, that is crazy good at disruption. And then of course we've got the Skaven breaking into the Black Pyramid, as is tradition. And then you got Malachi Mackayson and stuff flying in. Here you can see a Wolf Priest. You can always identify the Wolf Priest of Ulrich models because they have the big back banners. But the back banners are really easily visible to let you see the Wolf Priests. We've also got the Seneschal there. Hold on one moment, guys. I have to. Sorry, someone's messaging me. It's always spooky on announcement days. Okay, so all right. So some people are asking about a thing in chat. So okay, guys, I have to ask you a question. I have to ask y'all a question. Of that, I know y'all have a lot of questions and you're all really excited. You want to see things. So my question to you would be, after we finish going through the trailer, would y'all like to just play a little bit of Boris Todbringer campaign? Would y'all want to see a little bit of Boris Todbringer gameplay on stream? That's allowed? It is allowed. We can play fucking Toddy today. We can't play a lot. It's not a lot. We can only play like 10 turns. But we will do a little bit of Toddy action today. No, not really. All right, well, okay. Istian said he didn't really want to see it. So because he said no, we're just not, you know, I'm going to respect his opinion and only his opinion. So we'll go from there. But you can also see the Seneschal of the White Wolf here with some really good storytelling I'll talk about in a little bit. Dude, the Giant Spine Chaos Beast is so fucking sick. So you got the Giant Spine Chaos Beast lurking over here in the background, which looks super fucking awesome. We've also got, yeah, that looks good. And then you got the Skaven attacking from the side, and you can see here, yeah, you can see some of the Storm Fiends coming out. It's a little hard to see them because there's so much going on. And Screech, okay, this looks like it might be an actual ability from the game. So Screech Vermin King has a very nasty, unique teleport concept in the actual game. It looks like they might be giving Screech Vermin King a teleport similar to Bashiva, because you can see he literally just manifests out of nowhere. Like, there's an attack happening, and then all of a sudden he just pops out of a bunch of warp lightning. So I wouldn't be shocked to see that Screech has his own unique ability to pop into existence. We'll talk more about story stuff in a moment. Then we skip a little bit ahead here. So here, okay, so here you can see the Wolfkin. So the Wolfkin are the melee infantry that wield, I can't remember if they have like dual weapons or if they just have big axes. They might have great axes, but you can see they're here just getting run over by the Glotkin. What are we eating here? Oh, this is new. So it looks like here, these are Lamian vampires. So, ooh, are we getting Lamian handmaidens with Neferata? Because, so, Neferata is like the free thing that's coming, but I think that Neferata might come with some units as well, because this looks like, these are Lamian vampires, but it looks like it's a unit. Because you can see there's one here being picked up by the Basilisk. There's one here being attacked by Orgoth's Demon Spew. And then there's one standing back here. And they have different models. Like, this is a completely brand new model because it's a short-haired... Or she's got her hair wrapped up in a bun. We might be getting Lamian Handmaidens as like a infantry unit, which would be really fucking sick. But we'll have to see. But they're like straight up not having a good time. And then we've got Amir Valgir here kicking ass and chewing bubblegum. And then Toddy just getting the most badass charge ever. So you got the Hunting Hounds, followed by Toddy, followed by the Knights of the White Wolf. Oh! That's the pus bag. These are pus bags. See, these are... So they're like Skaven slaves or clan rats that are super diseased. See how swollen his belly is? He's got like a big swollen belly. And they're very diseased looking. So I'm guessing these are like the tier 0 units for Clan Pestilence, essentially. Dude, Clan Pestilence is eating good. They're a bit of a wasted slot unless they have a gimmick. They should have an exploding gimmick. It should be when they should have a gimmick where when a model dies, it deals damage to people around them. I will be shocked if they do not have that as a gimmick. And then you got the Kimric Titan just impaling some poor bastard. Okay, and then that, and then... oh, look at all these Storm Fiends, dude. There's so many fucking Storm Fiends. Nagash looks so fun. Oh, Nagash looks so fun. Alright, so now that we've done that, the last thing I want to do, if y'all will indulge me, the last thing I want to do is excuse me. I gotta stretch. The last thing I want to do is go through the trailer one more time and talk about the story element of it. Talk about like what's actually happening and what is being told to us by the story. And then from there, we can, we'll boot up and we'll play some Boris Todbringer. All right. Sound good? Sound good? Okay. So, obviously we have the, this is fantastic. I will say this is, for story wise, this is a very, 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 very good trailer. THANQUOL's VA sounds fantastic. The reference to Elf Slayer is awesome. And funny enough for THANQUOL, this actually ends much better than it did in Elf Slayer for him. Because at the end of Elf Slayer, THANQUOL gets his hand chopped off by Gotrek. Which is very, very cool. I can tell the Nameless is in the game. I can tell you all 9 of the Mortarks from the End Times are there, but he's not normal. He's, to my understanding, he's going to be a little weird. He's not a legendary hero, nor is he a legendary lord. He's some kind of other thing. And then you got THANQUOL eating Warpstone, like the absolute Chad that he is. I will say, I really, 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 really love how THANQUOL's portrayed in this. Like, the big important thing that Warpstone is supposed to be consumed for is a desperate last measure to juice up your magic and prepare for battle. And instead, THANQUOL is basically using it as an anti-anxiety drug, except for it makes him... he's basically getting high on cocaine, like, that could possibly make you blow up, just because he's so upset. He is so upset. He's so mad that Gotrek and Felix don't know who he is, that he instead takes, like, a huge amount of cocaine. to like amp himself up because he's so butthurt about it, which is absolutely fantastic. And look what he uses it to do. He's literally just using it to aura farm. He's basically taking this super drug to aura farm against Gotrek and Felix, because all he uses it to do is hype himself up and start shooting off warp lightning to be like, no, I'm big and important. I'm big and important. This is important for me. Which is very, very funny. Who eats more warpstone, Throt or Thanquol? Thanquol by a lot. By a lot. Throt doesn't actually eat that much warpstone. He's more cautious with it. In Total War, they have the kind of animation of him eating some, but that's not realistically what he would do. He can eat warpstone, but he would be more careful with it just because it's a more rare resource for him. Whereas Thanquol has a genuine addiction. Like, you have to remember, Thanquol has a rule in tabletop called warpstone addiction. Like, he's got problems. His Thanquol has consumed so much warpstone that his horns have turned into warpstone. Like, he's got a problem.
The most powerful of graces.
Yeah, and this is great. I love so much that he has done the classic, once again, a very good reference to Elfslayer. He has he could kill Gotrek and Felix right now. He could just kill them, but he won't, because he is the ultimate Saturday morning cartoon villain, and he needs them to acknowledge him as the best ever. He needs to be acknowledged as like the greatest villain they have. He needs them to stroke his ego. He can't let them die until then.
Witness now my plan.
So what does he do? He starts monologuing. And he starts monologuing, and he tells Gotrek and Felix his entire plan. He reveals everything to them, which totally would not come back to bite him in the ass. No, sir.
Allied with rot things, yes. But wait.
This part is also fantastic storytelling. I love this a lot. Of that. So basically what this trailer reveals that I really, really, really enjoy, the thing that this trailer reveals that I love is that in the Total War Warhammer verse, right? So in the alternate reality that is Total War Warhammer, with the advisor, and we've talked about the quote unquote canon story before of Total War Warhammer. Basically, the way that the end times pops off in Total War Warhammer is that it's Thanquol's fault. Basically. That Thanquol is the grand architect behind the end times officially kicking off in order to pull off one of his great streams. Yes, I will be chopping up this stream into shorter videos and then releasing those as videos over the coming days. Yes, I will do that. Absolutely. So basically what we see here is that Thanquol has made a pact with the maggot kit, the brothers Glot, and he convinces them that they should join together as an alliance, which this is also kind of like a fun, in a way, this is kind of a fun reference to the Immortal Empires trailer, because if you go back and watch the Immortal Empires trailer, there's a whole thing about the Skaven and Nurgle fighting side by side. So I do like that this is almost sort of a continuation from Immortal Empires, where we get this alliance between the Glotkin and Thanquol, but Thanquol betrays them. So Thanquol basically convinces the Glotkin to attack Nagashazar, which would make sense. I mean, they have a big fleet, and in the original End Time story, the Glotkin attack Marienburg. But basically, this story seems to have it where the Glotkin sail around the world and go into the Sour Sea, and from there, they launch an attack on Nagashazar with the Skaven backing them up. But as we see here, the Skaven betray them. So just as the fight's about to begin, the Skaven ditch. They get the hell out of Dodge. So they start fighting, and then while they're fighting, a bunch of Clan Eschenskaven break into the Black Pyramid and steal what they need for the Morse guitar engine, which is really, really fun. So, so they sneak in and do that. And then we get this thing. So I will note there is one quote unquote mistake in this trailer that makes me kind of laugh, which is that we see the Glotkin over at Nagashazar, and Thanquol tells us here that he basically no, it still makes sense. So what we learn here is that Thanquol deliberately sabotages what's going on at Nagashazar. So the Glotkin, I would say, pretty reliably lose. The Glotkin lose that battle and they retreat. They leave Nagashazar and they come to the old world where we see that Thanquol, using his various agents and using his various manipulations, Thanquol sends agents into Middenheim and convinces Todbringer that Kazrak the One-Eye is going to attack Middenheim, or is causing problems around Middenheim, which is likely the Skaven causing problems. And Thanquol leaves a trail of breadcrumbs that leads Toddy to the Glotkin. And I actually agree a lot with Servant of Sin. That what we're likely seeing is the reason the Glotkin even came to Middenheim is probably because they were tracking Thanquol for revenge. Because Thanquol abandoned them and caused them to lose a battle at Nagashazar, it's likely that the Glotkin have come all the way back to the old world looking for Thanquol to get revenge, and Thanquol lures Middenheim into attacking the Glotkin. And here you can even see a reference to the end times, where this Seneschal of the White Wolf, so this like Lord of Middenheim, you can see he's trying to convince Toddy to stop. Like, you can see he's doing the whole, like, wait, Toddy, no! Don't leave Middenheim! Like, you're gonna leave Middenheim defenseless! What are you doing? Stop! Which is a really good reference, actually, to the end times, because in the end times, Todbringer goes a little bonkers, and by a little, I mean a lottle, and he ends up leaving Middenheim at the head of a big army to go after Kazrak, which ends up getting him killed, and leaves Middenheim without a lot of its military might. So we kind of see a reference here to that. Obviously, you can also see Gotrek and Felix are with him, though. And you can also see the Zeppelin of Malachi Makaisen flying into Middenheim, which is likely how Gotrek and Felix got here. So there's some more like really nice storytelling and world building. And then when he comes out, we get the... I don't think those are beastmen, sir! So here we get the whole thing that Toddy thought they were coming out to fight Kazrak and the beastmen, but they find out that's not what's waiting for them. What's waiting for them is the Glotkin. Which, of course, they're still going to fight them. So Toddy starts giving us a big, awesome speech.
We shall give them a taste of...
And then the guy behind him immediately gets sniped by Warp Lightning. As the Skaven launch their big attack, and clearly the whole point of this attack is not only to gravely weaken the forces of Middenheim, but it's also to capture Gotrek and Felix. So Gotrek and Felix are captured in this battle as Screech Vermin King launches his big assault. And then we have the Morse guitar. And I will say, this is probably one of my favorite parts of the trailer, is when Thanquol, listening to Thanquol's voice actor. Thanquol's voice actor, I feel, sells it so well of just how frustrated, angry, and terrified Thanquol is of Gotrek and Felix. The way he turns to Gotrek and Felix and he says, "You're not stopping me this time!" Like, you can just hear, like, 25 years of anxiety and frustration and hate in that voice acting, which is so good.
Quick! You can't stop me now! Not this time!
He's like, "You've stopped me the other 700 times, but not this time!" And look at the size of this weapon, man! The Morse guitar engine in this is huge. Like this is like a full-on 40k weapon. Cause you can see like the scale of this thing. There are like multiple story buildings right here that don't even go up to the top of the wheels on the ground. Like before the true engine itself. Like this thing is like absolutely fucking titanic. What a monster device. And then, of course, got all our final battle footage going super crazy and awesome and stuff.
Now none shall forget. Grace, sear Thanquol.
And I gotta say, I love so much that this basically implies the entirety of the end times was orchestrated just so Thanquol could aura farm. This rat, set up the apocalypse, orchestrated, debatably, the return of Nagash, the arrival of the Glotkin into the old world, shit going tits up, just so Gotrek and Felix would remember his fucking name. And then here, I love you see a piece of Morselib slams into this tower. And look, okay, look. So you can see Gotrek and Felix's weapons are right here. And when Thanquol gets distracted, when the tower behind him gets blown up, Gotrek and Felix run by and grab their weapons. The fight is on! That's really cute. That's really cute. So Gotrek and Felix escape, get their weapons back. And we know that the fight is on. The fight is on! But like, look how fucked up the campaign map looks. Like all these warpstone craters. Oh, I'm so excited for all the new maps. Oh, here we actually get a good look at the Midnight map. Wait, go back. Oh, look, there's the Cauldron of 1,000 Poxes. There it is! Look and see the cauldrons! It's the Cauldron of 1,000 Poxes! Bro, the Cauldron of 1,000 Poxes, so it looks like it's carried by 4 Plague Monks. Please, give us a War Litter, eventually. Like, come on, give us the War Litter. This is like the perfect skeleton to make a War Litter out of. For, like, Warlords. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's definitely the those are the Cauldrons of 1,000 Poxes. You can. No, those are not War Litters. Those are Cauldrons of 1,000 Poxes. We're not getting War Litters yet. Oh yeah, I'll tell Andy to do a live react. I'll make sure he does. What will Cauldrons do? They should be mounts for Plague Priests. And hopefully Lord Skrulk, but the big thing they do is they should provide really nasty AoE debuffs, very, very solid buffs for friendly Skaven, and they should also have a lot of bound spells from the Lore of Plagues. All right, so, let's do this. First of all, what do y'all think? Is Clan Pestilence gonna get a light rework? Hopefully, it'd be nice. What are our thoughts? So that's us pretty much through analyzing all of that. So another Mortis engine with extra steps. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if it had a Mortis engine effect. But, oh, you know what? Something I want to do. Hold on. Give me just a second, guys. Something I need to do really quick. Let's do this. Let's do this for funsies. Let's do a quick poll. Just for fun. Which are you the most excited for? There you go. If one of the mods on Twitch... Oh, okay. Y'all beat me to it. Nice. My names were funnier. But, alright. Real quick. So what I'm going to do is I want to make the... We're going to make the stream for the actual Boris Todberger campaign a separate stream, which means I'll have to, like, briefly... turn this one off and come back so that it's its own separate thing because I don't want those mixing. Okay, so let's do this. All right. The other thing I'm actually curious about is what unit are y'all the most excited about? Like, of all the units you have available to you that are coming in the DLC, what's the one that you're like, fucking finally, I got my hands on this? I think for me personally, it's probably the Basilisk. I think the Basilisk is the thing that I'm foaming at the mouth over. Putrid Blight Kings, Storm Fiends, Vermin Lords. Wow, a lot of Vermin Lords. Holy cow. I'm very curious how Vermin Lords are going to work. I'm very curious how Vermin Lords are going to work. Because I feel like they're not going to let us just, like, start off by... I don't think they're going to let us start off by being like, oh, you can totally recruit them as regular lords. I feel like we're going to have to earn them. So I'm curious if they're going to be like Demon Princes, where you have to take like a regular Skaven Lord and get them to a high enough level and then they turn into one. Or if maybe like you'll have to build like a certain kind of building, or if you have to perform maybe like a ritual or a rite or something like you do for the Slawn. I'm very curious how they're going to handle the Vermin Lords. Okay, is everyone ready? Is everyone ready for like the best part of whenever we get new information from Creative Assembly and they tell us what's in a DLC? Is everyone ready for their favorite part where I come out here and I go, oh, all this new content is cool and all, but you know what this really makes me excited for? More new content. Why don't we talk about that once we're playing some some Toddy here. All right, so let's go ahead. See, it looks like most people are excited for Nagash or THANQUOL. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. Let's go ahead and do this. No, this is not the last DLC. Not even close. I can tell you that beyond a shadow of a doubt. I can tell you that for a fact. This is not the last DLC for Total War Warhammer. Not even close. There is plenty more on the horizon. This is the biggest one we will probably ever get, but it is not the last one we're ever going to get. I mean, there's reasonable, I would say there's reasonable belief that we'll like have like future race packs in addition to like character packs and lord packs and stuff. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I am going to turn off the stream, and I'm gonna go make a thumbnail and everything for our early access Boris Todbringer campaign stream. And then I am going to come back and we will go from there. So if you want to hang out and enjoy playing some Boris Todbringer, I will literally be back in like less than 5 minutes. I just got to make the thumbnail real fast. So actually, Hawk, are you here? Hawk, if I send you an asset thing, can you all right, I don't know if you're at home. You might be at work. Are you available? You are available. Great. Here, okay, I'll send it to Hawk, and then Hawk can make the thumbnail while I get the stream ready. So that'll make it take less time, which is ideal. Okay, so if you are on YouTube, there is going to be a brand new stream lobby. So I will post links to it in the chat. If you're on Twitch, you can just stay exactly where you are. You don't have to go anywhere. But I am very, very excited to show you all some Boris Todbringer. Should be, like I said, it's not a lot. We're not able to show, I think we only are allowed to show 10 turns. And it's not even a situation of like, oh, like, what happens if we go over 10 turns? Like, we literally cannot go over 10 turns. It is not physically possible. The game will just be like, no. No. So let me grab that. And I will send these assets to Hawk right meow. And then we will get into it. All right, I will be back shortly. I will see you all in just a couple minutes. Bye-bye.